Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 160 of the world's longest tenured Denver Nuggets spin-off podcast. Welcome to the DNVR Nuggets' Serbian Corner. My name is Miroslav, and before we begin, please take a moment to like the video on YouTube. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the DNVR Sports YouTube channel and the DNVR Nuggets podcast channel. The audio version is ideal for your commute or to make your office or home office time more bearable. If you want to support the show more directly, you can become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/MiroslavCUK, just like my Seco tier supporters, Peter Plummer, Daniel Lynch, and Brian Johnson. Patreon supporters can enjoy the ad-free audio version of the show. They can also submit ideas for guests and topics for the show and appear on the show during the summer, just like now when it is Game Show Trivia month. I would like to shout out the newest members of my Patreon family, Jesse Giovanni and Sam Berkelhammer. Welcome, guys. Thank you for being part of my family. It is the training camp. The Nuggets are in San Diego, which is great for our fellows covering them, but I'm doubtful that training at sea level will prepare the team well for playing at altitude. That's all I could think of saying as a negative, because I am very hyped for the season to start. First, there was the media day, which was won by David Adelman, Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr., Jonas Valanciunas, and Jamal Murray, who said all the right things, even though he looked like he wanted to be somewhere else. Joker was making jokes left and right, which is his way of powering through the media interactions, and the team seemed generally excited to be together. The Timberwolves in about 5 hours, so we can look forward to seeing some actual basketball and not only listening about it. Let me introduce my panel for today, because I would like to talk to them about what we've heard on the media day and in training camp media interactions. The first person is a Nuggets fan. The first person is also an unbiased NBA fan. The first person is the producer of my favorite Legler and Adamares. It's James. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me back, Miroslav. Great to be here, man.
Well, I didn't have any choice, because you won in the first round, so I had to have you back. So
never mind. I take back everything I said. Too bad I'm here. It's your fault.
So tell me, how is this weekend going for you?
I have had a busy weekend. We got a wedding from some out-of-town friends here in town. So we've been slowly taking all the Jameson that Denver has to offer, shot by shot. There's very little left. Anyone who's looking for any tonight, be wary.
So I'm guessing you're not talking about Antoine Jameson. You're talking about the Irish whiskey, right?
Once again, not Antoine Jameson. I have to remind everyone, I'm not talking about the mid-2000s basketball player. I am talking about the beverage.
And I'm not saying Antoine Jameson is going to appear on the show today in the trivia games, but I'm also not denying it. The second person is a Nuggets fan. The second person is an NBA stat guy. The second person is a huge movie buff. It's Jordan Scott. Welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me again. Although, like you just said, you didn't really have a choice. So
yeah, don't even bother thanking him, man.
My hands.
He did take me twice for the first round, so
it is true. I actually took both of you, didn't I?
You're right.
Yeah. So we have a couple of second tryers, but who were great on their second try. Jordan, how is your weekend going?
Not too bad. Excited to, maybe watch if I can find the game anywhere, the Nuggets tonight. So
it is true. I'm still wondering how I'm gonna manage to watch the game tonight, but hopefully I will find a way for that. And finally, the third person is the Nuggets Nation's favorite Nets fan. The third person is possibly the best "Can I have your first name, sir/madam" player ever. The third player is the host of the Floor Spacer Pod. It's Tyler Schwartz. Welcome back, Tyler.
What's going on, Miro? Thank you for having me. And this was a choice from you.
It was a choice because this is the most controversial show ever, because I have two guys who won on their second try, and then I have the third guy who didn't even won, but because you played such an amazing third game in your first appearance, I just had to cut off one of the shows that was prepared for the season, and just said, okay, I'm going to have 8 champions, and then I'm going to have Tyler, because this kind of performance cannot be taken for granted. So did you do any more research for the show, or are you just flying easily through it?
I kind of just fly through it. Anything that's in my brain is what I go with, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is the way I go through life, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes it can be rough.
Yeah.
Okay, so after months of not hearing anything from the Nuggets players, except for some smart observations from Cam Johnson and whatever the former Nugget Michael Porter had to say, we now have a bunch of quotes we can reflect on from both the media day and the training camp interviews. This is why I'll give you an open-ended question. What was your favorite quote so far, and how does it make you feel on the brink of new season? Let's start with James.
Yeah, it's a tough one. There's so many. Like the vibes are on 10 million right now, it feels like. There were so many good quotes to pull from. I sort of liked what Big Val said. I think in combo with what Adelman said, the idea that, first of all, he's super locked in, confirmed, that he really cares about this, really cares about winning, excited to try and get a chip at this age. I think that's dope. But I also love the too big stuff. I don't know if I'm jumping the shark here, getting ahead of you, but I think this is the way the league is starting to vacillate back to, where we're going to see more of those double big lineups. So I love the idea that we have someone that we can both run the second unit through in the same way as we do with Joker, or alternatively have the ability to go to 2 double bigs. Just want to shout out Tim Cato. He did an article about the double bigs coming back and the prevalence of it. And I think it's awesome that we finally have something that can match up with that, because I do think we'll see it more and more. So I think those were the things I was most stoked about.
Yeah, you're right. I want to talk about it a bit more in depth in segment 2. So, Jordan, what would be your biggest takeaway from those meetings with journalists?
I actually have a weird one, because I'm definitely reading between the lines and kind of making, kind of a bold prediction. But when Cam Johnson was talking about how it's going to take a little time for him to kind of figure out playing with these starters and everything, I don't know. To me, it came off as someone who was saying that because they couldn't believe how well it was already working. It's like, you know what? It's not going to be this easy all the time. Like, we're going to have struggles. Like, he was trying to convince himself, like, hey, no, we are still going to go through it. But I don't know. It just seems like such a seamless fit. I don't think it's going to be much of a challenge. And like I said, I'm definitely reading between the lines, but that's how it felt to me.
Tyler, did you have a chance to watch some of the Nuggets media conversations, or if not, do you have something fun for us to report on the Michael Porter Jr.'s behalf?
I have both. So I did watch a little bit, and I was going to talk about the Cam Johnson thing, but I wanted to focus more on Bruce Brown, because I feel like he's the kind of guy you missed dearly for the past 2 years. And just hearing him say, like, as soon as he got to Toronto, I knew instinctively he wanted to go back to Denver, but obviously you don't know what the player's thinking. But having him take this time going through Toronto and New Orleans after signing in Indiana, he seems ready to go again. And I feel like this is the energy spark that the Nuggets need. And obviously it's no shade or disrespect towards Russell Westbrook, because he did bring the energy, but Russ's energy reminded me more of like a speed kills sort of thing, where he would get too erratic around the rim or on a fast break. I feel like Bruce Brown's like your steady hands. He's more complete on the defensive end, and he honestly could play 1 through 5. When he was with us, we were playing him at center. So you can kind of do whichever. And I mean, what controversial thing hasn't Michael Porter Jr. said over the past 2 to 3 months? From the podcast he did to even his press conference at Nets Media Day. It's been kind of crazy. But yeah, he's one of our 2 only vets on the team for 5 rookies. This should be interesting to say the least.
Did we get any insight from Jordi Fernandez about his role on the team next season?
I'm not too sure exactly, because at the time, I mean, at least media day, we got a little bit more clarity because we didn't have Cam Thomas rostered until now. So I imagine he's going to fill in that Cam Johnson role, sort of. They're different players, but I'm just more excited to see Mike with a green light, because we all know how good he was as a prospect going into college and then coming into the NBA. And then his back just got all out of sorts. So I'm hoping if he, now that he's healthier and been in this league for a while, he's won a championship, I'm curious to just see what he brings. And I'm sure Jordy will bring out the best with him, especially with the help side defense, because he's always good on that end, blocking shots at 6'10".
It is true. It is true. And we are going to miss some of his size in Denver, but hopefully we are going to get some other stuff from Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson didn't have the most impressive media outside of the great interview he did with the DNVR guys, because, our guys asked all the right questions. So, of course, we got a lot of great insight there. It's just that he didn't win the media day as I expected to, because he's such a media goat. But for me, the biggest winner of media day was Jamal Murray, who said that he is focused on his November games, which only proves he is online a lot. We still have to see if that is just something he's decided to say, or if he is actually plans, on being his best self from the jump. I will give him the benefit of the doubt for now, though, since he was never interested in saying things like that before. James, how do you feel about Jamal after what we've seen and heard? So
again, I'm continuing to carry my banner that this is going to be a huge year for Jamal. And I felt like we couldn't have expected a total 180 and all of a sudden he'd be gushing and excited and, loud about everything. I think this is the best, he was really positive. I thought he was serious. He did look like he didn't want to be there, but he always looks like he doesn't want to be there. So I feel like that was we got good answers. We heard the right things from him. And I don't think it's ever happened before at Media Day. I don't remember it, certainly. I think it's great. Can I throw out my big prediction just because I want it on wax? I want people to hear it. I think Jamal does not make an all-star team this year, but I think he makes third team All-NBA. That's my prediction.
Oh, wow.
I feel real strong about this.
I like that a lot.
I think it makes sense, especially with the 65 game rule. I think if he can do it, I think it's very, very realistic. The Nuggets are going to have a good team. They're going to have a good record. I think this is the year that Joker finally gets an All-NBA running mate.
I actually agree with you. I think it's more realistic for him to be the third team All-NBA than an All-Star, which would be pretty amazing, because if we get that means that the Nuggets probably won around 60 games, which is something, some voices are starting to, shyly mention. Like there are some prominent national level guys coming out of the woodworks just to say, you know what? These Nuggets might just be awesome. Jordan, do you have a Jamal Murray prediction?
I'm pretty high on him this year, just because I do think he tends to respond well when people put faith in him and kind of challenge him to step up to the expectations. And he just signed a massive contract. So I think he's going to see that as a challenge and be like, okay, I have to be that guy now. And I think that's something that happened with his first contract too, where it's like, are we really sure this is our guy? They give it to him and he became that guy. So I think it's the year he's got to put it together. He's coming into camp in shape for probably the first time in his career. So,
yeah.
Tyler, you covered the whole NBA. Am I guessing right if I say that Jamal Murray is probably the most interesting sub-superstar level player in the entire league?
I would say he's definitely one of them. He probably is the most interesting because he plays like in the playoffs, for example, in 2023, he played like a top 15 player. But we know the guys in the top 20 are just on that upper echelon. So we know Jamal Murray can play at that level, but we also know Jamal Murray can play well below that level. So it's interesting to note, but the All-Star thing is what I'm most curious about. Because this new format of U.S. versus the world, only 8 All-Stars up for grabs for that team. if there's injuries, there's really not that many other choices. So he could wind up getting the nod for the All-Star if he's healthy and he has a productive first half of the season.
Yeah, we'll have to wait to see what Joel Embiid is going to decide this time around. Like
we don't know what country he's going to pick because he played for USA in the Olympics.
Exactly. Like we don't know what
he's not going to be healthy anyway. So
fair point.
He didn't even play yesterday.
Yeah. Well, that was the biggest surprise of the entire preseason, right? No Paul George or no Joel Embiid in game one. That was such a shocker. I will mention one more winner of the media day from my side, and it's kind of a joke take. It's Tim Hardaway Jr., who seems very super well spoken and uses the word tremendously. He used that word like 5 times during his availability, and I found it amazing. Okay, let's take a short break, and then we're gonna jump in what James mentioned at the beginning of the show, and that's the interesting pairing between Jonas Valanciunas and Nikola Jokic. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so I also wanted to bring up Jonas Valanciunas, who at the media availability said 100% everything right. My favorite quote from him was when he said that he is not here to improve or make a name for himself. He is 34 and he only wants to win. He also said that if the team wins, not any individual can win a basketball game, which is more than accurate. Now, of course, Nuggets media asked David Adelman if he plans of deploying both Jonas and Nikola in the same lineup. And David Adelman wasn't trying to run away from that question. He was, this is something we are thinking about. We are gonna do it at some point of this season. And you know what, guys? I think that is encouraging, because for me, I have no idea. I didn't watch Jonas, throughout the season, last season, to see in which kind of game shape he still is at his relatively advanced age. But if Jonas is what he was like up until 2 years ago, he's not the guy you signed to play for only like 12, 14 minutes a game. He's a better player than that. So it actually makes sense if you're trying to give him an extra 3-4 minutes next to Joker and feed his basketball acumen in that way. So James, how do you expect and when do you expect this pairing for us to see?
I think that it sort of goes with an underlying larger picture point that I think is happening with the Nuggets right now, is that for the first time in I can't remember how long, they have flexibility. For the last 5-6 years, we've talked about who's going to be the stagger starter, who's the starter that's going to go with that. I don't think that's the case anymore. Like, it might be someone different every other game, and I think the same is true of like this double big lineup. I'm curious if it's something that we right away go to, or if it's something that sort of gets back pocketed for special moments. If you think of like how Sengun and Steven Adams played together in the playoffs, particularly against the Warriors, that was a card that they pulled that sort of changed the dynamic of that series. And so I'm curious to see if this is something that right out of the gate we see a lot of this double big, or if it's something where we sort of not break in case of emergency, but sort of hold it back a little bit. I wonder if the first part of the season isn't more of watching Val or watching the second unit run through Valanciunas instead of seeing more Jokic-Valanciunas minutes. I'm just curious to see, because I think, like I said, for the first time, it's not a given anymore. We don't have 7 guys, and it has to be those 7. So that flexibility will be interesting.
So, Jordan, do you agree that when some of the main Nuggets guys is not playing well, that David Adelman will be able to turn to his bench and see, oh, there's actually some guys over there this time around? And how do you feel about the Joker and Jonas pairing?
Well, I do think there's definitely more guys that he can trust. Well, also, I have a feeling Adelman will trust his guys more, whether they play better than guys last year did. It's just, I think he saw what the lack of trust did to the team under the last couple of years of Malone. But I do like the idea of doing some Jokic-Valanciunas together. but I think it needs to be more in response to what another team does. Because let's face it, the double big thing coming back is a response to Jokic. It is one of the few things that gives Jokic problems, period. And that's why teams have started doing it. And like you said, it has worked obviously against other opponents too. But Jokic is the reason these teams are stocking up on these big guys. And, if they're forced to go to it, then the Nuggets can respond now. They have an option, and they can keep both guys from bullying Jokic now. So,
one thing I think is sorry to jump in here. One thing I think is interesting with this pairing, and I'm curious to see more, is I don't know that we've seen in the current two big dynamics that exist in the NBA. I don't know that we've seen one has two guys that have the variety of game that Joker and Valanciunas do. I think Val is a pretty good passer. He's got a little bit of a mid-range. He can stretch it out sometimes. He's great in the post. Whereas I think a lot of times in these two big setups, whether it was like Cat and Naz Reid or Sengun and Adams or people like that, where one of the two is a little more limited in certain ways. And I think it's interesting because these two have a lot of overlapping skills. And I just think it makes what you can do on the floor with the two of them maybe a little different than what we've seen with other two big lineups.
Tyler, are all the healthy big men in the West?
Yeah, pretty much, I would say. Outside of maybe I would say the only ones that you could guarantee health would probably be the ones in Detroit. But that's like you're pushing it because Duran and Beef Stew or whoever could always, come up with some small nagging injury from time to time. But I think it's finally time for the Nuggets to do something with the double bigs. I think every champion this decade outside of the Warriors, because they're the only anomaly here, had double bigs. Because you had Chet and Hartenstein last year. You had, I guess you didn't really have one in Boston, but obviously 2021, you had Giannis, Brook Lopez, 2020, AD, and Dwight Howard. Like, it works. It's just you need to find the right two guys that work together. And I think, while these guys aren't going to be starting together, because obviously Gordon's not going to the bench, I think he functions well in the non-Jokic minutes, and even with Jokic on the floor, could alleviate some pressure off Aaron Gordon. Because we saw last year he was doing so much, he got overworked, and the injury was because of it.
I'm really excited about the Joker Jonas pairing, which is a Baltic brotherhood, and this is why I call it a Bal Bal after having a Bal Bal on the team. This is a Bal Bal duet, and the reason I'm excited is because Joker likes to operate from the top of the key. And the reason he likes to do it is because he takes the big man out of the paint. And if he has three shooters next to him and Val, then Val can go down there and play against somebody way smaller than him and just abuse him, because Val has really good hands and he can catch some of the crazy passes from Joker in that situation. So I'm really optimistic when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. The one thing I'm a bit scared of is the rebounding, even though it seems logical that if you have two giant dudes on the court, you should rebound well. At the same time, you're probably going to play against the team who's going to shoot a bunch of threes against you, and long shot means long rebound. And I'm not sure that the Nuggets are going to have a huge advantage in rebounding. It is something I felt on my skin watching Serbia play in 2022 and 2020. 2022 and 2025 against Italy and Finland, when another team played with a bunch of three-point shooters against your two giant bigs. It is not something that works as well rebounding-wise as somebody would think. But yeah, I agree. It is a great wrinkle to have, something that might not happen every night, but there are some teams you should actually deploy it. Even against some teams that do not have double bigs, it's just abuse some smaller teams and just especially if the other team is lacking spacing. What do you think, Jordan?
Well, I was saying I see all this time where people are like, do people forget how terrible the Jokic-Nurkic lineups were? But then I'm like, but did we forget that like Jokic Plumlee was actually really good most of the time? Like that was a really interesting pairing, and like seeing them run like 4 or 5 pick and rolls with those guys, and like just basically just having a smart like decent passing secondary big that he can kind of work with, and I'm excited to see what it is. Obviously, Jonas isn't the high flyer that Plumlee was, but still,
he is a low flyer.
Yeah. Exactly.
Can I ask you guys a question? Because I don't know if I'm the lone idiot here, but I don't think I realized how big Valanciunas was.
Oh, he's
seeing
big.
him in those pictures next to Joker, next to everyone else. I had no idea he was as big a bruiser as he is. Man, that guy's a giant.
I'm pretty sure he's like 270 at least.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, two of the like 5 strongest guys in the league.
Oh, sure. Like my list of top 5 strongest guys are Jonas and Nikola. And Steven Adams.
Steven Adams has to be number 1.
And if it's a Zubats, probably. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure who the 5th guy is, honestly. It might be Brook Lopez, might be somebody else. But yeah, those guys are huge.
Yeah.
And then, can you imagine trying to run through like a double pick, like Jamal running through both of the running his guy through both of those guys?
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Oh my God.
And you throw Gordon in there too, because why not?
Gordon's what, a top 15 strongest guy?
He's got to be. Yeah, he's definitely one of the strongest forwards
for sure. Yeah.
Somebody throw some water on me because I'm running wild. Okay. Let's now do the tiebreaker game before the break, because I don't want to go like 90 minutes like I tend to go in these shows. So let's start up our faithful presentation, and it is the start of the final semi-final game of this season. We are determining who will be the 3rd member of the grand finale next week, next to Andy Jewett and Jeff Scanlon. So, per usual, the tiebreaker game will go whoever has the first alphabetical name by first name will start first, and that is James in this situation. I went to the Basketball Reference and typed in some letters in the search bar to see which players are going to auto-populate the list under it. I think the list works by the most win shares. I'm not 100% sure of it, but I think that is the way the list auto-populates itself. And James, this time around, the 2 letters I entered in the search engine are, 1 second, PA, just like Pennsylvania. So PA are the first letter of the first or last name of a former or current NBA or ABA player from the entirety of its history. So not only the Nuggets, but the entire associations. And James, what would be your first guess?
All right, I'm going to go with first thing in mind, Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Ewing is a great guess. He is number 3 on the list, so that will give you 8 points here, James. Patrick Ewing played for 16 seasons, most of them for New York, but then he had some strange late seasons as well. Jordan.
All right. Well, I believe you said it's first or last name, so I'm going to go Chris Paul.
Chris Paul is number 1. Playing for 19 seasons already, and I'm not sure when he's gonna stop. Chris Paul, 10 points for you, Jordan, and now Tyler gets his first pick.
I was gonna say Chris Paul, but I'll keep the last name trend going. Give me Robert Parrish.
Excellent guess. Number 2 on the list. Great job, guys. All 3 top picks are already taken. Robert, the Chief Parrish, played for 20 seasons from 1977 to 1997 and used to be the oldest player in the league up until, I believe it was, what was the guy's name? Herb something overtook his oldest position. Okay, I'm just rambling. James.
Paul George, please.
Paul George, I love this pick. It's possible that I put him here, these letters, because of him, because he's number 8 on the list, which is 3 points, which is much more than 0 if you would guess somebody who is not top 10. But Paul George, in his 14 seasons, not so high on this list. Maybe he'll get way higher on the Philly now, right? Jordan.
Definitely not.
All right. I just pulled it out here. I'm going to go with the glove, Gary Payton.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
Gary Payton is a great guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth on the list, which means you are getting 5 points for Gary Payton. Played for 16 seasons from 91 to 07. Tyler.
All right. Well, I'm actually surprised this guy fell to me. I thought he'd be said by now. I'd go with a Nets legend, Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce is number 4. Great guess. That is 7 more points for you, Tyler. Paul Pierce played for 18 seasons from 99 to 2017. Is that right?
Yeah, he had a Celtic Shack era in like Washington and LA. It was kind of bad.
Oh my God, 2017. That feels so recent. Was it that before him got out of with a wheelchair? Because he had
that was in the heart of their his Celtics era.
That was still
prime days.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, 2017. Oh my God. Okay, James, last guess for you. You have 11 points. Jordan has 15. Tyler has 16.
I don't feel great about this one, but I'll go Paul Millsap.
Paul Millsap is on the list. He is number 10, though. 1 point for you. But Paul Millsap played for 15 seasons, ended his NBA career in 2022. Jordan, your last guess.
Yeah, this is getting tough.
We still have number 5, number 7.
I know,
and
and I'm
number
just
9
blanking right now.
available.
I'm not sure I'm going to come up with one. I'm blanking on it.
Okay.
I'm just going to pass to Tyler. Let him take the win. Doesn't matter so much.
It is true. Tyler, do you have another guess for us?
I do, and Jordan might kick himself, but it's Pau Gasol.
Pau Gasol is
that's the
number
one.
5 on the list. The best
Yep.
available answer. 17 seasons.
Oh,
from
and then
2002, 2019. The only guys you did not guess are Tony Parker and Paul Silas
Yep.
at number 7 and number 9. Great job, guys. I like the way you played this game. Tyler is getting a point for the tiebreaker, which means nothing unless there is a tie at the very end of the game. And I will explain the rules of today's game after these messages. Okay, we are back. So Tyler will now get the first pick in the second game, which will actually be a snake draft because we have a relatively big list to guess. Number 2 will now be Jordan, and number 3 will be James. The question for game number 1 is: which Nugget had the longest streak with 1+ assist games last season? So basically, which player had the most consecutive games with at least 1 assist? And just one small remark: if a player missed a game, that does not break his streak. Only a game with 0 assists would break the streak of games. We are counting both the regular season and playoffs, so think about that as well. And before Tyler gives me his first pick, I'm just going to tell you whoever gets the most points in this game will get first big point of the game. Game 2 will also provide us with 1 big point, whoever wins that one. But game number 3 will have theoretical 3 points, 3 big points, because every combination in the last game will provide 1 big point, just so everybody is on the same page before we begin. So Tyler, what would be your guess? Who had the longest streak of games with at least 1 assist last season for the Nuggets?
Oh, I certainly hope he's number 1, but I'm going to go with Jokic.
Nikola Jokic is always a solid pick when it comes to this. He is number 9, though. So that is 11. Wow. Sorry, what did I say? Number 2.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you said he was 9.
No, I thought it was 9 points. It's actually 11 points because we have 12 guys on the list. He is number 2. He's not number 1. He had 84 such consecutive games. I'm pretty sure he actually played in 84 total games last season. So that's 11 points for you. And Jordan has a chance to take number 1, possibly.
I'm going to go with the guy who I think played more games and probably did this, which is Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook is number 1, 86 such games, 12 points for Jordan. Good job. James, what is your first pick? You have 2 picks consecutively now.
Okay, let's do Jamal.
Jamal Murray is a pretty obvious one. Number 3 on the list, 81 such games, 10 points for you, and you get another pick.
I'm going to say CB, Christian Brown.
Christian Brown is number 4. Great job. 9 points for you. The drop-off, though, is pretty significant here because Jamal Murray had 81 and Christian Brown had 24.
Wow.
But he is still number 4 on the list. Jordan,
all right,
will be your next guess?
Then I'm going to go Aaron Gordon next.
Aaron Gordon is number 5. 18 such games, 8 points for you. Jordan, and now we are back with Tyler. 2 picks for you.
Just to confirm, we've gotten the top 5 done, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we said Jokic, we said Russ, we said Gordon, we said
Jamal Murray,
and
Christian Brown.
Yes. Okay, not an ideal situation to be in, but we might be cooked. But I'm just trying to think of who could be. I have 2 picks here, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. I got to think of 2 players. Who do I want to go with? I'm definitely not picking the person that everyone's thinking of right now for obvious reasons. I'll go with. Man, this is tough. They didn't. Everyone like barely played last year outside of these like 5 or 6 players. I'll just go with, I don't know. I'll go with Julian Strawther.
Julian Strawther is number 9 on the list. Oh, actually, he's tied for number 8, which means you are getting 5 points for this guess, and you have another one.
One more. What could I go with here? What could we say?
By the way, he had 8 such games, Julian Strawther did.
Oh, okay, so the bar is pretty low then.
It is.
Okay, I'll go with. I'll go Peyton Watson.
Peyton Watson is number 7, which means 6 points for you. Peyton Watson had 11 such games. Jordan.
All right, I'm going to go with this one just because I think he probably did it most of the time. Jalen Pickett.
Jalen Pickett is also tied for number whatever it was with 8. Julian Strawther. So 8 games for him. That is 5 points for you, Jordan. And we are back to James. James has 2 picks and 19 points to his name.
All right, well, give me Michael Podcast Jr.
Michael Podcast Jr. is actually number 6 on the list.
I wasn't going to say him.
15 such games, so that is 7 points for you, James, and you have another pick. Now you have 26 points.
What? I got 2 players left I can pick?
No, one more player.
No, I'm saying like is there 2 players that actually played enough to have multiple games?
Yeah, actually we have 3 more guys on this list.
All right. Let's go DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan is on the list. 7 such consecutive games, which means 3 more points for you. You're ending the game with 29 points. Remember your number. I'm going to write it here because I will forget it. 29. Okay, Jordan, now you have 25, which means you can still overtake James if you get who was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe not. I'm not sure. No, you actually cannot. We've guessed. Yeah, we've guessed everybody.
Yeah. Now it's just the challenge of figuring out who played enough to.
Yeah, actually, only the last 2 guys are still on the list.
And got an assist.
I know. Assist. This is I'm going to pull it out just because I feel like it's probably did happen at the beginning of the season. Dario Saric.
Dario Saric is a great guess, but he is not on the list. Not on the list, unfortunately. Tyler, your last guess. Jordan ended the game with 25.
Who on God's green earth is left?
Two more guys.
And who on God's green earth got an assist in consecutive games that didn't play? I mean, they could have gotten it in garbage time, but which garbage time player do I want to go with? That's the question. I think I'm going to lock in Zeke Naji.
Zeke Naji is on the list. He is number 11, 2 points for you. He had six consecutive games with at least an assist. The last guy you didn't get is Hunter Tyson, who is a prominent passer. So he did it in 4 consecutive games in March when the fake basketball was played for a while. So yeah, you can see the 3 guys that are actually the only real facilitators on last season's team. That shouldn't be too big of a surprise.
It's pretty much just every game they played, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. All the games they played, they had at least 1 assist. So let's now go straight to game 2. James won game number 1 with 29 points, which means James gets the first real point of the night or the day in your case. And he will start game number 2, which per usual talks about the entirety of the Jokic era on the Nuggets. The game is called Guess the Nuggets' exact longest streak of games with at least 1 rebound in the Jokic era, regular season plus playoffs. So which Nugget in the Jokic era had the longest streak in game? Oh, no, this is not the correct. I'm actually asking for the exact numbers. I will give you the names of the players, and you will try to guess the exact number, and whoever is closest to the pin will get 1 small point. Whoever gets the most small points will get 1 big point from this game. And another remark, you can tie each other. Like if somebody says, okay, this guy had 50 such games, somebody else can say 50 as well if he feels so. If both of them are right, they're gonna both get 1 small point for that. I don't know if that's of any use, but I have to mention that as well. So James will start first, not that it really matters, and then we'll have Tyler 2 and Jordan 3, but you will all go in different orders for every question. So, James, what would you guess? And by the way, these 11 guys I'm gonna ask you about are the top 11, the top guys with the longest streaks in the Jokic era.
Okay.
So, James, what would you guess was Will Barton's longest streak of games with at least 1 rebound? Again, if he missed a game, that does not break the streak.
I'm going to say 68.
68. Okay, let me write that down. Tyler?
My goodness, this is tough. I don't know where to go higher.
It's going to be a bit easier after we get some reference points.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm just trying to think of the right number to guess because I don't want to be. I know I'm going to be wrong. I just don't want to be so wrong that I embarrass myself. So
don't worry, we are all embarrassing ourselves. So
I think I'm going to go at, I don't know. Let's go 76.
76. Jordan? 68, 76. Closest to the pin.
Is this just a single season or it's just over their
Nuggets run? It's the entirety of their Nuggets runs, but together with Joker. So in case a player played on the Nuggets before Joker, those games do not count.
Well, I'm going to play the Price is Right rules and go 77.
77 is a good idea because the right answer is 120.
I figured it would be high. So
dang.
Jordan gets the first point here. And now Tyler gets the first crack at Christian Braun.
Oof. Christian Braun hasn't played that long. Now, this can carry over through seasons, right? Like
Yes.
This can be
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
He rebounds more than Will Barton. I'm gonna go with 125.
125. Okay.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Man, this is tough because he does rebound more than Will Barton, but Will Barton had more opportunities to get streaks like this. So, I'm going to go with 100.
100. Okay. And James.
I'm gonna go 68.
68. And we have a really interesting situation here because Jordan just got 2 small points because it's exactly 100. Exactly 100
Well
games in a
Great
row
ball.
for Christian Brown. 2
Wish I could
points
say I
for-
knew that, but no.
for Jordan. And now Jordan gets the first crack at Wilson Chandler.
Oh,
That is a Nets legend right there.
Yes, he
yes,
is.
yes.
Did the Nets get the first round pick for taking his contract on, right?
I think so.
Well,
I don't even remember. It was
good
so
job.
long ago.
Well, I know
Good
one
job.
very specific game where it would have broken a streak if he had one. So,
I think he was a 0 only in points. I'm not
no,
sure.
I'm pretty sure he was a 0 at everything.
Oh God!
I'm pretty sure it
Okay.
was one of those games.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. He wasn't here that long with Jokic, only a couple seasons. I'm gonna go 65.
65. James.
I'm going the other way. I'm going 144.
144. Tyler.
All right. I think based on how this table looks in front of me, that it's going down. So it's
No.
probably less than 100.
I think it's alphabetical.
Oh, it could be alphabetical. That's a good
No,
point.
it is. It is alphabetical. Yeah, it is alphabetical. Yeah.
I'm gonna just do the same thing. Price is right. I'll go with 70.
70. And the correct answer is 119, which means James is the closest, right?
Yeah.
He got to be closest. Yeah, he is closest. James gets the first small point in this game. And interestingly enough, he gets the first crack at the next player, and that is Kenneth Manimal Farid.
Ooh.
That guy could rebound.
Yeah, but how long was he doing that while Joker was on the court with him? I'm gonna go one. Nah, I don't think that's. I think that's too many. 112.
112. Tyler.
112. It's an interesting number to kind of base off of.
You can tie him if you want.
Oh,
I mean, it's not gonna get like if I tie with him, we're gonna get the same amount of points, and he's still gonna be one ahead of me. So I have to try and get it right by myself.
Okay. I like the way
Strategy.
you're doing this. Yeah.
Yeah. He wasn't with the Nuggets for that long in the Jokic era. So I'm gonna go a little bit less. I'm gonna go 95.
95. Jordan.
I'm gonna go 113.
Oh,
113. Price is right because the right answer is 165. Jordan gets
Dang.
another point.
Yeah.
Jordan has 4 and James has 1. And now we are back with Tyler, right?
Yeah.
Tyler, your pick will be Danilo Gallinari.
Okay. Another big man. This should be more rebounds, hopefully, than someone like Christian Brown. Also wasn't with the team for as long as the rest. I'm gonna go 130.
130. Jordan.
I'm gonna go 120.
120. James.
I would like 131, please.
131, which is a sound tactic because the right answer is 150. So James gets another small point here. And now we are back with Jordan, and your player is Aaron Gordon.
Oh,
How many consecutive games did Aaron Gordon have at least 1 rebound?
trying to figure out total games to give me a basis. I'm gonna throw out 200.
200. James?
221.
221. Tyler?
Let's go 222.
Nah.
222. And the right answer, or the point, goes to Jordan, because the correct answer is only 143.
Wow.
I figured he had one in there somewhere, so I went a little lower than total games.
Yeah, 143. Jordan gets another point. And now we are back with James, with the big guy, Nikola Jokic.
Oh, geez. I don't know if this is crazy, but I'm going to go 406.
406. Tyler?
I'm just trying to think of the amount of games that he's potentially played in his career. I genuinely don't know or think that he's ever not recorded a rebound in his games. I'm going really high. I'm going like 650.
650. Jordan?
I'm going to go right in the middle. I'm going to go like 520.
520. You haters. Tyler gets the point here because the right answer is... Oh, Jesus. What did I do? 1 second. Okay, I'm back. The right answer is 838.
Wow. So he's always done it?
Wow.
It is kind of a point of this game. Nikola Jokic had 838.
So
I'm on the board. I'll take it.
This is a tricky game, though, because all it takes is for him to have one where he doesn't do it in the middle of his career, and then he blows it up.
Exactly.
I agree with you. He didn't do it, though.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's pretty impressive.
Yes. So now we are back with Tyler, with another big guy, Paul Millsap.
Oh, and is this is just for the Nuggets, or is this for
Just-
just his?
Just for the Nuggets, just
Just
next
for the
to
Nuggets.
Nikola Jokic. Yes.
Okay, he was with the team up until like the bubble, right? So we're
Through
looking
the
at-
bubble.
Oh, through
Yeah.
the bubble.
Yes.
So I think that's like maybe like 5-6 seasons, more than that, if we're counting the Jokic era only. I'm gonna go with. Let's go.
Just to be fair to you, because you're not a Nuggets fan, he played for the Nuggets for 4 seasons.
Okay, got it. 4 seasons, not that many games. They only made the playoffs like twice or 3 times, I think. So
The
let's
reason
go
we
with-
all know he played for 4 seasons is because he got that painful 3 years, $90 million contract, and the Nuggets exercised the team option, so they gave him that last $30 million, and then he got another 10, just because somebody flew the team, and that guy was. That's why I'm blanking. The guy that left for Detroit,
Jeremy Grant.
Oh,
Jeremy
Grant,
Grant.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's lock in 203.
203 for Paul Millsap. Jordan.
It's probably not too bad of a guess. I'm going to go 215.
215. James.
171.
You could have just said 202.
That's true. I think it's under, though.
But having said that, you are still closer than anybody. Actually, you're crazy close because he had 166. We forget that Paul Millsap was injured for the big chunk of his first season on the Nuggets. This is why Mason Plumlee played so many games next to Nikola Jokic in the starting lineup. Paul Millsap was just not there. Okay, let me see who is next. Jordan, your player is Jamal Murray.
Okay. So he's definitely had games where he probably hasn't gotten it, which makes it trickier. I'm going to go... I'm going to go 250.
250. James?
I think it's much lower. I think it's. I'm going to go 61.
61. Tyler?
What was the first guess?
250.
250.
Got a little bit of a spread here.
I feel like he's also rebounded a lot. I don't know. He's also been with the team for so long, so I can't think the streak was like always high, especially in the playoffs too. I'll go high. I'll go 305.
305. You could have said to 251, by the way. And the closest one, closest to the pin is James, because the correct answer is 101.
Had more faith in them, I guess.
James gets another small point, and now James gets his last player of the game, and that is Mason Plumlee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think it's 178 exactly.
Okay, I love the confidence.
Undeserved confidence.
I mean, he's pretty much sealed the win, so.
By the way, Jordan has 5 points, and James has 4 points for now.
Oh.
And I get 2 points when I get it dead on with 178.
That's right.
One
That
point.
is
He's
right.
positive here. Yeah.
That is right. Yeah.
All right, let's also try and get this spot on. I think he did more. I'm going to go 258.
258. Jordan?
This is tricky. I'm going to go... What was James's guess?
178.
I'm going to go 179.
179. Interesting. Strategic here. The correct answer is 145, which means
I should have just tied him.
Gets another point here. It's so James has 5, Jordan has 5, Tyler has 1, and the last player will break the tie here in this game, and it goes to Tyler. Player is Michael Porter Jr.
Oh.
Well, he does rebound. It's definitely gonna be a lot higher than his assists.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's just
that is fair.
What number do I want to go with? It's definitely gonna be on the higher end, I feel, because he is 6'10", but he did miss seasons, so it's not going to be as high as I think because we're missing the games. I'm gonna go with. Let's go with 365.
365. Bet 365. Jordan?
Let's see here.
For all the marvels?
Yeah. I'm going to go...
In this game?
320.
320.
And I will be going 319.
319. Now I have to calculate because you are all very close.
Oh.
Good job.
That probably puts James out if you have to calculate anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have picked the wrong side to take that one on.
Well, it should be like a 1 difference.
Let me see. So yes, James is out
Boo.
of the contention. Jordan and Tyler are in the contention.
Go, Tyler.
And
I'm playing spoiler here.
Tyler has 19 more, and Jordan has 24 fewer. So Tyler gets the point, which means we have a tie. Which means both James and Jordan are getting 1 big point from this game. So James and Jordan get 1 big point. And after game number 1, which was won by James now has 2 big points. Jordan has 1. Tyler has 0. But as I mentioned before, the last game carries possible 3 big points. So it's still everybody's game. So with that said, don't go anywhere. Okay, we are back. So since James and Jordan both got game number 2, let me see. Let me see who had the upper hand in previous games, just to see. James had one. So Jordan will get the upper hand, if that's an upper hand. Anyway, in game number 3, we will see. It all depends on, which. Oh, I'm messing this up. I'm trying to just to make it work.
Does that make me the host again, or what?
Well, possibly. Yeah. Oh, God. This is so difficult. Okay, one more try.
There we go.
There we go. So the last game is everybody's favorite game except for the contestants. And the game is called Can I Have Your Full Name, Sir / Madam? It is a name mashup big game where I create a long game by combining two people's names in the middle. It might sound confusing, so here's an example. If I tell you the first person is a former Nugget drafted in 2014 and the second person is the most handsome DNVR Nugget outside of this show, your answer would be Gary Harrison Wind. All 3 combinations will have a theme built in, but you will probably need to wait for the first 2 to try and figure out what the theme is. So maybe going third in this game is not a bad thing. So, Jordan, here are the first pair of clues for your combination. The first person is a former Nugget. The second person is not a person. It is a 2001 slapstick comedy.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to pass.
You don't have to get it on the first try. Only one big point is involved in every combination. Next week, when it's the grand finale, every combination will carry theoretical 3 points in case somebody like Tyler gets it on the first try.
Hey, I did too.
You did too. Yes, I'm giving you that as well. Tyler just did it twice. I'm sorry.
In a row.
Okay.
James.
I'm going to pass. Keep it moving.
Okay, Tyler?
I have absolutely no idea unless and it's like the player, is it their full government name?
First and last name, no middle names involved.
I'm going to pass.
Okay. Jordan, second pair of clues. The first person was born in 1991 but didn't play in the NBA until he was 30. The second person is not a person. It is a movie directed by Ben Stiller.
Oh, then I've got it. It's Faku Compazulander.
That is correct.
Wow.
Faku Compazulander is correct. Jordan gets the first combination, which means now he has 2 big points, just like James. And we have 2 more big points available. Still,
the 3-way tie is still possible here.
The 3-way tie is still possible, and I have I'm just gonna need to put all of you in the grand finale if that happens, or something like that. I have to figure it out. Okay, James, your combination. The first person is not a person. It is a word that describes a situation that seems irresolvable. The second person is a former Nugget.
I got to pass.
Tyler?
It's like I know the word. I just don't have a clue of the player.
Okay.
Who could this player be? I think I'm going to have to pass. I don't know.
Okay, Jordan?
See, my problem is I'm not coming up with it. Well, I have a few words in mind, but I'm not putting a player.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's only one word that.
I'm going to pass too.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. James, second pair of clues. The first person is not a person. It is a word that is also used to describe the abundance of players of the same playing position on the same basketball team. The second person was born in 1990 in Montgomery, Alabama. So it is a word we use in basketball. And a 35-year-old from Montgomery, Alabama, that played for the Nuggets.
Log Jam Michael Green.
That is correct. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. That is correct. James gets his third big point of the night, of the day. In your case, it's night in Serbia. So James is now in the lead, 3 points to Jordan's 2, and Jordan still has a chance to tie it up, and then I will have to figure out what to do with you guys.
Well, I think James has the tiebreaker, right? So I think he's technically got this.
Oh yeah.
Shush, Jordan, we're trying to build it.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so Tyler, here is your combination. The first person is a former Nugget. The second person is not a person. It is a word that describes a state of mind which prevents normal perception, behavior, or social interaction.
I have no clue. I'm just gonna pass.
Okay, Jordan?
Yeah, I got to pass too.
Okay, James?
Just for funsies, I'm going to say Julian Stoned.
That is not correct.
Okay.
Tyler, second pair of clues. I like the way you think, though.
I'm trying.
The first person came to the Nuggets as a former All-Star player and played his last NBA game at the age of 31 for the Nuggets. The second person is not a person. It is a word that can also mean shocking, outrageous.
Okay.
Former All-Star.
Former All-Star. Not many of those.
But played his last NBA game as a 31-year-old as a Nugget.
Just trying to think of the former Nugget. That's what's so tough. Former All-Star. Might be cooked here. I think I'm just going to pass.
Jordan?
Yeah, I think I got to pass too.
James?
Yeah, I have to pass as well. I'm close. I'm not there yet, though.
Okay, last pair of clues. Tyler. The first person played for the Kings for 6.5 seasons, 1.5 of those for Michael Malone. The second person is not a person. It is dated, now a usually offensive word for exhibiting a severely disordered state of mind.
Huh. Man, this is tough. Former King. This person's an all-star, right?
Yes, he was an all-star.
Former Kings all-star. I think I know who the player is. I just can't think of the word.
Yeah.
Huh. I know I could get this.
So it is a word describing a severely disordered state of mind, but it also can mean shocking or outrageous.
Right. I don't know the word. That's what's so tough. What could this be?
Not to add pressure, but I know the answer.
Yeah, I do too.
This would be a lot more pressurized if I had a chance to win. And it sucks too because I won the tiebreaker, so the tie would have benefited me the most.
Interestingly, I would say this word could sometimes be used to describe the player as well. So,
I'm just going to throw a random guess out there. Let's go with DeMarcus Psychosis, whatever. I don't know.
That is very close, but not what I'm looking for. Jordan.
It's DeMarcus Cousinsane.
That is correct. DeMarcus Cousinsane. Oh my God, I forgot to put the second image in. Well, I guess it works this way as well. So Jordan
I undercut your joke. Sorry.
Jordan gets the last combination here, which means, let me count the chickens now. Jordan has 1, 2, 3, and James has 1, 2, 3 points. Right. We have a big tie, and Tyler had the tiebreaker, which means both Jordan and James are the winners of today's game. But since I only have one spot left for next week on the grand finale, we are going to have to play a live super tiebreaker game. And unfortunately, it's going to be a basketball reference page again. And I'm going to give you some letters. Let me see.
Does Tyler get to play spoiler, or is it just the two of us?
It's going to be just the two of you.
That's the one thing I'm good at, so be glad I'm not in it.
Okay, so here are the two letters I'm going to look for. Jordan and James. And let me see who should get the first try. How many ties did he have? I'm just going to try to be fair here. James, Jordan, I don't think you were number one in either of the games, right?
I did start the last one. But...
Oh, you did start the last one.
Just do just do came second in the tiebreaker round.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I like to have a second host here to help me out here. Yes, so the second one was in fact Jordan. So Jordan was number 2. So Jordan will get the first pick, and the two letters I typed in are R-E. R for Robert, E for Ethiopia. I'm second language. Sorry, guys. R-E.
All right. Well, first one that comes to mind, I'm going to go with Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller is a great guess. He is number 1. I'm just going to try to snapshot this so it's a bit easier for me later. That will be 10 points for you, Jordan. Reggie Miller is number 1, played in the NBA for 17 seasons from 88 to 2005. James.
Oh, man, that was my only thing coming to mind was Reggie. Red Auerbach.
Yeah, to be completely honest, that was the name I had in my head when I was typing these letters, Red Auerbach. But unfortunately, he is not the former player, so he is not on the list. He was just a legendary coach. So that will be your strike 1. But I'm going to give you 4 picks each, and James is going to get another pick consecutively because we're going to do a snake draft to try to make this as fair as possible.
Oh, cool. Oh, God. Oh, this is so bad.
Could be the first name, could be the last name.
R-E. Oh my gosh, I can't come up with anything. I got nothing. Reggie Bullock.
Reggie Bullock is a great guess. He is not on the list, but I really like that guess. That is a real NBA player.
It is a real NBA player.
Jordan.
The bar is so low for me.
We are soon going to go to some not real NBA players.
No, I've got a good one, actually, in a similar mold to Reggie Miller, I would say. Michael Redd.
Michael Redd is number 8 on the list. So that's 3 more points for you. And you have another guess.
Only
here.
8? Man, we are missing stuff.
Yeah, he played for 11 seasons. Yeah.
There's some really wacky players in my head right now that if they're on there, I'm just gonna laugh.
There are some wacky players. Yeah, I agree. Jordan.
Oh yeah, I get another one. I'm just gonna go with another Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson is actually number 6 on the list. So
how is he ahead of Michael Redd?
I have no idea.
He played more winning basketball.
I guess
13 seasons though, like one more season than Michael Redd in total. James, did something.
I feel like this overtime round is essentially Game 7 from last year's playoffs.
It feels like it.
I'm Tyrese Halliburton getting hurt, and I'm just limping through the end of the game here.
More Game 7 for the Nuggets, honestly, against the Timberwolves.
With Aaron Gordon with no hamstring, you know.
Sorry, the Thunder. Yeah,
still too soon, guys. I can't make fun of another team. Ronaldo Blackman.
Ronaldo Blackman is also another real NBA player, not on the list though.
Yeah, I think he's
but you do have one more guess, just for the fun of it.
I mean, I think we're stretching the definition of real on that one. So, because it's also Balkman, not Blackman, right?
It's also Rolando.
Come on, guys. Let's get him some slack.
This is like overtime against the Bucks in Game 7.
Yeah, this is just a vicious curb stomping at this point. How about the guy Red from Shawshank Redemption?
He could be on there. You never know.
He could.
They never really went through his backstory. Maybe he played a few years in the league. We don't know.
Exactly.
So when was it? Was it in the 50s? The time of that movie?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think the NBA would have been around that long.
Yeah, he played for the Detroit Gems. Yeah, he was the point guard. Yeah.
Okay. Jordan, do you want to round up this maybe with another guess?
I mean, I've got a couple more Reggies, but I don't know if they'll make the list.
Okay.
I believe there's a Reggie Williams that might potentially make that list.
Reggie Williams is not on the list, and now I'm gonna try to share my screen.
There was a Reggie I could think of, but it wasn't him.
Reggie Theus?
Is it Red? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
That was the other one I thought of. But
I was thinking him. And when you said Red Auerbach, I thought you were going to talk about. I thought you were going to say Red Kerr.
I also would not have gotten Michael Redd if not for Red Auerbach. So thank you.
Cool.
I think I can share this. Can I? Yeah, I can. So it is. Yeah, Reggie Miller number 1, Reggie
Willis Reed
number 2.
Oh, wow.
Red Kerr, whoever that
Redick.
is. Willis Reed, yeah. Robert.
and Rex
Reed.
Chapman.
Yeah, and Rex.
There's definitely names we should have known, and we did not
Twitter.
Guys, we forgot Red Robin. What are we doing?
So yeah, that is the show for today. Congrats to Jordan who broke the tiebreaker. It was a pretty hard one. I thought I was smart enough to make a tiebreaker before the show, but I didn't figure out that a tiebreaker might go to somebody who is not tied. In the end, Jordan, we're gonna see you next week, and because you're the winner today, you have a chance to plug whatever is on your mind first before we go.
I don't really have anything to plug right now. I'm just excited for the Nuggets season to start. So
that is a plug.
So just watch the Nuggets, I guess.
Plug the Nuggets.
Yeah, James.
Let's watch some Nuggets tonight. It's going to be awesome. All NBA show 2 days a week. Getting back up into speed starting next week. Really excited for that. So listen to that.
Do we have the days of the week?
Next week we're going Tuesday, Thursday.
Thursday.
Live Tuesday, Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern.
Okay, that actually works for me because it is in my awake hours. Tyler.
Yeah, excited for basketball season to start. Subscribe to the Floor Spacer podcast. We just uploaded a new episode yesterday. We're doing a preseason power ranking series going through 6 teams an episode. So leading up into the start of the season, we'll have our full season predictions next week, like standings, playoffs, awards, all that good stuff. And we'll be streaming soon also.
Can you spoil it a bit and tell us who is your title pick?
I actually don't know yet.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards y'all. That's what I will say. But right now, I'm looking to see my next big hot take because last year I picked the Pacers to get to the finals back in June.
Wow.
So yeah, I was so close to getting that right because I had them winning it all in March.
Wow.
So I'm looking for the next like big thing here.
Well, I mean, whoever you pick in the East is going to be a hot take because, like,
basically, unless I feel like the Knicks and Cavs are easy, but like,
yeah.
I'm a Knicks hater, so I can't pick them.
Yeah, and the Cavs are so unreliable. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know if the fun is the right word for the Eastern Conference or the E League as we call it nowadays.
It's like fun in a bad way because it's like chaotic but also terrible at the same time.
Like, I could see the Sixers somehow pulling out the win in the East, and that's like nothing I thought I would ever say.
It's not impossible.
No, I don't think the Sixers are one of them, but like you could definitely see like a Raptors get to the second round just because why not?
I mean, if one of the 20 games Embiid is, they're all healthy in Philly, or like if those happen in the playoffs, then they could win.
But they,
I mean,
they never get out of the
honestly,
second round.
my favorite outcome would be for them to go all the way to the finals without Embiid. That would be the best. That would be just the best.
PRs in the drink.
Okay, that is all I've prepared for you today, my dear listener. And please, with cherry on top, please take the word prepared very loosely. As you've seen, we had to do some live things at the very end. Be well, be safe, be kind to everybody. Call your mom. And until next week, just a reminder that my plan is to be Nuggets forever.